Because I want to play something a little challenging. We'll see what happens. We've only done a few of these. We're playing this because we never actually played through the first couple hours. I'm also curious why it has LAX, A, B, C, D, E, F up in the top right. That's very weird.
Aora, a world where mortals live, die, and are reborn through the turning of the wheel. The cycle of reincarnation watched over by the gods, and made possible through pillars of a mystical substance known as Audra.
Okay, lore, I like it.
5 years ago, you traveled from your home to the Deerwood, a nation that had waged war against the incarnated god of light, Aethys, resulting in his destruction. The country suffered from a plague of Hollowborn, infants born without souls, that many believed was punishment for killing a god.
That's really sad.
In an ancient, secluded ruin, you witnessed a secret ritual that inadvertently transformed you into a Watcher. One who can see and speak with souls.
My mind went to Spider-Man.
The ritual also gave you horrible visions, waking nightmares of a past life that threatened your sanity. To put them to rest, you pursued the man who had led the ritual, a seemingly immortal agent of the gods, known as Theos Ix.
I'm guessing this is what happened in the first Pillars of
With
Eternity.
divine assistance, you confronted and defeated Theos, ending your visions and resolving the Hollowborn crisis.
Oh, good. We solved that.
In so doing, you also learned the great secret that Theos had protected. That the ancient empire of Anguith had transformed themselves into gods.
Oh, well, that's bad.
Your visions finally put to rest, you retired to the castle of Cadnua, built atop a massive statue of pure Audra, where you ruled in relative peace and prosperity.
Or Thanos? That's a, like, I see that as Thanos, and then it's Theos. Because Thanos is a, like, Thanatos. There's a lot of really cool names that are like that. So I know exactly what you're talking about, Oshawott.
Made a nice story. You fixing up that old keep?
Hi,
Lifting
Matthew
the
Mercer.
curse.
How you doing?
Must have told it 100 times.
Yeah.
But something got to gnawing at me. Thinking the spirits there weren't really at rest. That maybe the gods weren't finished with us.
Thank you, Kara. Appreciate the congrats. That is... like, that's the hardest boss encounter I've ever had on any game ever.
That when my god came back.
That's the most number of encounters we've ever done. I've ever done personally on any boss in any game.
Last the trouble with dreams.
Determination.
Sooner or later, we all have to wake up.
So that was our keep from the first one? That's what we're saying? Guys, I know I've said that I've played the first little bit, but I'm trying to actually maybe pay attention this time to lore, because I think this game gets even better with that. So, and I never played the first one, so I'm assuming that intro of Ashley Johnson talking was what happened in the first one with the Hollowborn. Then we had a castle and a keep.
To a sleepless world.
Did we
The
die?
in-between of life and death.
I'm guessing we just died.
Follow your memories. You have been here before.
Okay, cool.
You have seen past.
Oh,
the
now we're doing more.
shroud.
More
You
backstory.
are a Watcher now, and a Watcher you will stay.
Okay. And then guys, if you have any input on what you think we should be for a class, we'll look at them real briefly.
Pasts, and the souls see them back.
Essentially, we see dead people. Get it. I got it. Good.
A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
Okay. Did we inherit it or did we earn it?
What is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked?
I'm remembering out. I watched somebody do a playthrough of Pillars of Eternity 1.
The gods aren't real.
That's why I
Something
was
else entirely.
remembering some of it.
Something created by people.
And I don't even know if I watched all of it because it was long. I'll have to go look back and see because
And did you ever consider that
like
these
that
were
streamer.
things you were never meant to understand? That their comprehension is beyond you?
who is that?
Let the world see. Let them decide what to do.
Did we have like a really big choice at the end?
The wheel has turned again, Watcher. Come.
So is the wheel like reincarnation? That's what I'm getting. That's the vibe I'm getting from this. Asher, happy Saturday, sir. We have just started a playthrough of this.
An aged dwarf shares this strange floating platform with you. His face is creased by so many wrinkles that his features lie buried amid shadowy pockets of skin. Still, the dwarf's well-practiced habits have left telltale tracks of a welcoming rictus across his visage. You can see his smile coming before it blooms, reshaping the dwarf's face from a hanging sack of flesh into something resembling an oddly carved, merry gourd, replete with unhealthy bumps and discolored splotches.
Cool. You're not actually that short for a dwarf. That could just be like a short human. That's actually one of the cool things I like about games. They have their own idea of what a dwarf is, or a goblin, or an elf, or an orc.
Sit. Please.
Well, since you said please. By the way, guys, how
Thank you
smooth
for
does it
joining
look?
us, Watcher of Cadnua.
I want to make sure that you can see
The
this
gaunt woman
smoothness.
seated at the table is clad in time-worn black armor that seems too massive for her to move in. A pale, slender neck rises from the gorget, topped by a hollow face. The milky skin stretched across it is delicate and translucent, like parchment that has been scraped clean too many times.
Okay. Well, Asher, what do you got?
She's
What deal do you
preoccupied
have?
with the arrangement of cards on the table between you. With each movement, her armor squeaks and groans as though bearing an incredible weight. She places a final card, gives a nod of satisfaction, and raises her eyes to meet yours.
Your brush with the divine has drained you of your
Pallid Knight.
powers, fractured your memories. Look upon these cards. They represent the courses of your life. You alone know best how they flowed. Arrange them to fit what you remember.
Choose your legacy. Okay. Okay, I remember making this. So this is... I think we might just go with the preset, because I remember doing this, but I don't understand the premise of it, so let's see. So this is really, really good. This is decently good, a little balanced. Survival of the fittest, kind of like maybe neutral. Maybe a little evil. Secretive, and everybody dies. Oshawott, sorry you got a headache, man, but hope to see you next time, man. Thanks for hanging out and watching us beat Suns! Oh, man. Dude, Asher, that's an amazing deal. I'd be proud of that too. So fair and balanced, I think we'll just go. Yeah. I feel like this is good. I mean, this might be too, like, a lot too far one side. So we'll do that one.
Does everything appear to be in order?
Sure.
Good. Welcome to the Beyond. I am Berath. One half, anyway.
She points a finger in the direction of the dwarf who led you here. Though the movement is slight, her gauntlet squeaks like a rusty hinge.
This is perfect. So I remember this kind of being a thing. So if there's in the text, if there's a thing we don't understand, if we mouse over it, it'll actually give us a thing. So Berath is the god of death. Cycles, doorways, mortality, and inevitability. That's the word. Berath is often seen in the form of the Pallid Knight, or the Usher. So she's half of Berath, and that's the other half. So this is like one person. Got
The
it.
dwarf's rictus returns as he nods in the woman's direction.
Tell me, do you remember when we last met?
This is a result of choices you made in Pillars of Eternity. Okay, so if we could use this. I think so. I pledge myself to do your bidding in exchange for your aid. Sure.
And though you could have broken your pledge when you defeated Theos at Sun and Shadow, you did not. Admirable.
And we keep our promises.
She delicately places a card on the table. A bell in a tower. Her fingertips slowly drag away from the card, faintly creaking as they retreat across the table.
Dude, Asher, that sounds amazing. Now, is Giant Tiger like a discount store? I'm not familiar with the name.
Now it seems we have need of you. The
Okay.
being that occupied Odnua's statue beneath your castle was the dead god, Aothis. Of this we are certain. What we do not know is what his intentions are.
Odnua was a powerful Ingwithan tyrant. He went mad after his death of his son Moros because he knew there were no gods to ensure he would be properly reincarnated. Odnua was defeated with the efforts of other Ingwithan tyrants, buried him with his work. Odnua, okay, so he's basically a tyrant. Got it.
Though Aothis stole a large fragment of your soul, you were strong enough to survive the onslaught and enter the in-between.
I see the point that Zakuto is making, by the way, Asher.
You and he are still connected. He has chosen a body made of living Audra, perfused with the power of thousands of souls, including yours.
We'll give it back.
It should be little difficulty for an experienced watcher to find him.
Am I dead?
No. But neither is your body
It's a
truly
discount
alive.
store.
Your lungs draw breath, your heart pumps blood, but your flesh is as soulless as a hollowborn.
Ooh, there's that thing again.
That is, until I return you.
So get to
She
returning.
delicately places a card upright on the table. The art depicts souls flowing out of a pillar of Audra.
Yeah, well, I'd like to find him as much as you would. He destroyed my castle and killed who knows how many people around it.
I know. It is my business to know. 322 in Cadnua and your surrounding lands. Their souls remain in Aothis still. You have the power to save them. Serve me and I will return you to your body. Or don't, and return to the wheel.
Fine, let's just go. Get on with
Good.
it. You good.
Before you return to Aora as my herald, you must remember who you were. The last whisper of life in death.
For a moment, the sockets of her eyes darken, leaving the pits of a death's head gazing out at you.
Dude, Asher, I love hoodies. If you want to post yours on Discord, I'll take a look, dude. I have like 3 or 4, and I
When you
love
can
them.
picture your own face, the beyond will lead you back to your own kind, to the world of mortals.
Okay. Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted. We're going to be a male. Again, so if you guys don't know what this is, there's like strength, con, like dex, there's diplomacy, there's fun little checks you can do. What are these? No. Maybe. Actually, let's look at the bonuses. So 2 might for that guy. You lose a dex but gain con for dwarfs. 1 dex, 1 perception. I like perception. Godlike is dex and intellect. Okay. Oh, we can actually see what this is. Intellect contributes to the will, defense, and influences. Durations and area effects for all abilities. It represents a character's logic, reasoning, and deduction. Okay. Human is 1 might and 1 resolve. Resolve contributes toward reducing hostile effects, durations, as well as improving will and deflection. Okay. Orlin. Minus a might, plus 2 perception, plus 1 resolve. We're going with an elf. Because I want dex, I think. Actually, it'll also depend on what we decide for our character to be. I hope we don't have to be that pale, though. I like perception. I like that idea. guess there's Pale Elf, which is... the Pale Elves' long history of living in unhospitable climates have given them an inherited resistance to burn and freeze. Cool. Have the natural resistance towards dexterity afflictions. So like hobbled, immobilized, paralyzed. Huh. Yeah, Zakuto, wearing a hoodie just makes you cool. I like hoodie with a fairy tale hood. I think burn and freeze resistance might be good. This is something that they can... with a dexterity inspiration. Let's try Pale Elf. Would you like to make a single class or a multi-class? Oh, gosh. They gain access to higher level powers more quickly. Multi-class characters can select powers from 2 classes, but gain access to higher powers more slowly and cannot access their highest powers. Gosh, I first need to see what there are. I think I'll do single for right now. So there's, okay, the Barbarian. That's going to be your brawler, most likely. Major role crowd control. Chanter, support, and crowd control. Cypher is crowd control and a striker. Druid, crowd control, support, striker. Okay. We might do maybe not a fighter. Ooh, a monk. That would be fun. Resource wounds. Monk typically begins with no wounds until they have received enough damage to generate a wound. So kind of a tanky. That might be fun. Defender. I think a monk might be cool. Paladin is mostly support. How about a ranger? Striker, resource, bond. Ranger and animal companion. So this one give us a companion. Not so much. Not really into the rogue. Maybe we'll get a... I think we'll get a ranger and be a priest later. Let's look at these 3. Momo, very happy Saturday to you, sir. How are you doing? You missed us beating Sans. We got the Sans attempt down. Oh my gosh, why is this so hard? This character looks like me? Well, perfect. That's the point. Secondary resource. Some monk abilities acquire and consume mortification on use. Outside of combat, a monk's mortification is restored, ready to be used in the next encounter. A variety of fighting orders that have sprung up in Zibidi and the Eastern Reach over the past few centuries, while many monastic orders can trace their teachings to the enduring founder, Slack. Individual organizations may vary greatly in their focus, morality, and ethics. Common folk respect the incredible discipline of monks, but see them as odd, unpredictable bunch who may not be entirely sane. Even mercenaries and other adventurers aren't sure what to make of them. Oh, really? I want to see, is there another, like a double bonus to maybe more perception? Or is that a different... I don't think there's any more perception, because I want my character to be very perceptive. So let's try monk. Oh, preview tree. Monks achieve understanding their bodies. I hope so. Wounds. Allows the monks to gain wounds when receiving damage. Lesser wounds. Lowers the monk's wound threshold, allowing them to gain wounds at a faster rate. Cool. So what do they have? Swift strikes become a frenzied blur of attacks, increasing their attack speed for a brief period and granting them the quick inspiration. Force of anguish. Powerful attack that knocks back the target back a significant distance and prones them. Cool. I should have done a lot more research on figuring out what we're going to be. Uses lightning-fast hands movements to redirect incoming melee attacks. That's funny. Kind of like the setting him aside. Maybe we shouldn't be a monk. That seems a little too complicated. But just a fighter. Or a barbarian. If we're a barbarian, maybe we'll do something else. Barbaric yell lets out a frightened yell, causing enemies in the area to be affected by shaken. Frenzy sends the barbarian into a frenzied state, granting strong and fit inspirations as well as action speed bonus. When frenzied, the barbarian receives a deflection penalty. Oh, they have a cleave. Cool. Maybe we should stick with something that's just very straightforward, like a fighter. Discipline barrage, focuses, knockdown. Oh man. Why is this hard? You could spend hours just trying to figure out what you want to play. Animal companion? Seems pretty good. Shots, so this would be a ranged character. Costs zeal? How do we get zeal? Glory, happy Saturday, sir. We're trying to figure out what character to play, or class. Like, is this melee? Is this a melee character? Can it be? Shooting thorns? Touch of rot? I think it'd be fun to have somebody that can, like, be a melee... You set up a bank account. Nice, sir. That's a big step. Congratulations on the fantastic thing that is set up for you. Charm Beast, that could be very good. Conjure a giant taloned claw under the target, causing slash damage. That's cool. Dancing Bolts, flurry of thin bolts, so lightning zapping enemies in an area for shock damage. Animalist. Automatically learn the following druid spells at new power levels. Sunbeam. Sounds awesome. Conjure oh gosh, let's do druid. That sounds like fun. Okay, Animalist. Okay, so this is the bonus. Is that the same? It is. It is. I can make it so he can't cast healing. So this is looks like it's normal. Most common of druids. Really, Zakuto? Well, I'm glad they like summarized it just a second ago. So here's the bonuses. So Sunbeam, Moonlight, Returning to a Storm, Conjure Blight. We just get those. And there's no penalty. Fury looks like it's instead of an animal form, Fury's spirit shift into Storm Blight. Elemental Druid's spell gain increased range and penetration. Giggity. Killing an enemy while spirit shifted extends the duration of the shift. Oh, so these are a different set. That's a lot of AoE too. I don't know if we want to do that. Life Giver. Druid rejuvenation spells cast with increased power level. Cool. I would agree, Glory. Maybe put them all together as like one for the highlights you're making. Cannot cast summon spells. Or a shifter. Bonus can switch to any of the spirit shifting animals, one each per combat. A spirit shift has a long duration, so I'm guessing we can actually spirit shift. That's pretty cool. After it ends, the druid is healed a portion of their health. That's good. Nature's Mark, Insect Swarm, Infestation of Maggots. Ugh. Cannot cast spells while in animal form. Huh. So this makes it sound like we can only do one shape shift per combat. Huh. But this makes it so you can use all of them. And it lasts longer. I really like the idea of Sunbeam. Sun Lance, that's cool too. Let's do this one. I think that's kind of cool. What is form of what? Oh gosh. Regenerates health, inflict damage over time with melee attacks. That's kind of cool. So this would be shape-shifting. Nature's Mark causes enemies in the area of effect to glow with pale green light, making them easier targets. That's kind of cool. That's Nature's Mark. So that's that one. Do we get Nature's Mark in this one? We do not.
Oh man, why is it so hard?
You know what? Let's just do the balanced. Or the shapeshifter. I need to have dice so I can just roll and say 10 and above we do this. 10 or 1 to 10 this, 11 to 20 this. Let me see Sunbeam. Calls down a shaft of intense light, burning and potentially blinding those caught in the... Oh, so that would hit... Does that hit everybody? Ooh. I don't like I can't cast spells in that, so let's just... We're going to do this. Balanced. Initial abilities, we can pick one. I thought we got Nature's Mark. Oh no, we get to pick one of them. I misread that. Charm Beast, Nature's Vigor is like a rejuvenation, draws the invigorating power, granting a brief fit inspiration. Damage. Damage. CC. Caster's hands emit decay, causing immediate corrosive damage and then more over time to any in the affected area. Ooh. Vile Thorns. So it does piercing and potentially sickening anyone in the area. That seems good. Pushes people back. I liked doing... that's the one I thought. So let's do that. And then we get to pick one. Has higher defense and can attack groups of enemies with its melee carnage. Cat is naturally fast attack and can burst into even faster attacks. Wolf moves quickly and has an attack that can knock enemies prone. The boar shapeshifter can engage targets, regenerates health, and inflicts damage over time. Oh, wow. There's a tank one. High armor rating and can evoke terrifying roar. Ooh, I like all of these. We only get one right away, so... I like this. I like knocking people prone. That seems important. So a good puts a star next to what we want. Then why did I pick an elf? Attack, speed, and reflex. That's fine. Highly recommended for druid. For area of effect and ability. Resolve is highly recommended for druid. For hostile effect duration decrease. And might just does plus damage and healing. We have 15 to spend. Kind of make it a little bit. Now we have 3 more that I kind of want to top off to maybe one of those. I really like perception, man. Maybe we'll get somebody that'll be more perceptive than us. We can dump it all in there. 40% increased area of effect? Really? Wow. 12% damage and healing. Attack speed and reflex. That seems really good to be that high. Accuracy and reflex. See this damage and healing. I feel like I should be maxing out one versus the other, but we're going to do that. Hopefully, we'll get, hopefully, increases in those rather. Oh gosh, backstory? Really? Resolve, one more dex, one more resolve, one more intellect, con, might, perception. We're doing perception. The white that wins. What is your job? Diplomacy buff, or bluff, intimidate, sleight of hand, bluff, streetwise, survival, diplomacy, history, survival mechanics, alchemy, 2 athletics, streetwise, bluff, diplomacy, religion, arcana, metaphysics. Metaphysics. What is alchemy? Natural and supernatural properties of plants, body parts, and gemstones. It affects the use of all drugs, poisons, and antidotes, generally increasing proficiency and duration of effect. I don't think we need that. Diplomacy, bluff, and intimidate. Just straight 2 athletics. In conversation and in scripted interactions, athletics is used for physical feats like climbing, swimming, and jumping. Wilderness, survival, mechanics, variety of mechanics. Okay, that could be good. Let's just do hunter. I don't want to think too much more about this. I want to get into the game. Weapon proficiencies. Dang it. How about light shields and a one hand? Because we're going to be going into like a bear form, right? I would agree. They need an AK-47 in here. Struck with heavy piercing attacks gained additional penetration at the cost of recovery time. Actually, I think he should get like a staff. Is there a staff? Quarter staff? I imagine a druid having like a staff. I think that'd be cool. Let's go staff and... Are these one-handed? Unfit for melee. A rod. Scepter. With maybe not wizards. Is this one or two-handed? I'm guessing it's one-handed. So we have a two-handed. Let's look at one-handed things a druid would use. I'd imagine he'd use like a hatchet. Or a mace. Actually, let's make sure we're having two different kinds. So this one has type of attack, crushing damage. So that's crush. Let's find one that is not crush. Slash. There you go. What is this one? Piercing and crush. How is it both? That's kind of cool. And broken. Half sword. Let's just do, I think, a hatchet or an axe. Bleeding, a battle axe. 20% increase crit. That's kind of cool. Let's go with an axe. Yeah, let's do with those two. Oh my gosh, the settings you can do on just this. I could have sworn I remember some Critical Role people being in here. Where are they? I can't. Yeah, there's Grog. There's oh gosh, here they are. Heck yeah. I think that's Vax. Vax, Scanlan, Piercy, Grog, and who is that? Is that Gilmore? Makes sense. Let's do him. Colors. That. Oh, is this colors for my face? It's from that. Head. Do that one. I have very short hair. And a beard. Is there a little more hair? There we go. Yeah. Facial hair. I think they got it right already. Yeah, that's pretty darn right. Ooh, here we go.
Quick and quiet.
Yeah! Finish them!
This is my favorite part.
Somehow it always ends in bloodshed.
Oh, what a lovely dinner. Lightning!
Once more into the breach. Let's get started.
Heck yeah. Let's do that. I know, I think we're making Vax... This is like if Vax and Keyleth had a baby. Average pose, heroic, hunched, roguish, sassy, no, stoic, no, be drunk all the time, this is energetic, that's probably me though, so we're doing energetic. Name. Spiff. Next. Cool. Excellent. Wait, we picked a saber? I thought we... Hold on. We did not. Go back. I didn't want the saber. I wanted the hatchet. Hatchet. There we go. Did it save all the things? Yes, it did. Yes. Spiff. Next.